you've been scrolling through Instagram lately, you may have stumbled across this mysterious new profile called M.TopCommentSays. A seemingly innocent and fun series where the player has to do whatever the top comment tells them to do in Minecraft until they beat the game. But lately, quite a bunch of people, like myself included, have noticed that there's something rather off about this series. Scattered throughout these videos include many messages encrypted in different kinds of codes. While I personally am not the best in solving and overanalyzing ARGs, here are some of the interesting details that I have found. The first thing I noticed is that she often forgets to eat, leaving her hunger bar to deplete until it almost reaches 0. That is, until other people remind her that she has to eat so she can regain her health. Many of his comments keep reminding him to eat and heal up, which is kind of interesting considering that a normal Minecraft player would know that you're supposed to eat and heal up. But maybe I'm reading too much into this, who knows? Another detail that I've noticed is that every single episode from number 1 leading all the way up to number 23 has a smiley face on it. But then from 24 onwards, the smiley face just mysteriously vanishes. And from episode 23 onwards, we start to see more unusual things happening in the videos. But first, let's talk about day 15 for a second. In day 15, a mysterious burning bush shows up. Most people don't think much about it, because it could have been caused by a storm or lightning. But it then reappears in day 28, and day 28 is where things start to get really weird. Not only that, but the burning bush is censored for a second for some reason, like there's something we're not supposed to see. Whatever is hiding behind that censor is probably something pretty crazy. It could even be the king in yellow. Those who know. Later, after putting out the fire, the player then goes on to write a sign reassuring the people that he is alright. However, if you listen closely to the audio playing, you can hear a very faint Morse code in the background. Did you catch that? The Morse code translates into SOS, which is the signal for help. If it isn't obvious by now, this person definitely has some weird problems going on in his place, and he most definitely could use some help. On day 29, while she's building the statue, we get to catch a glimpse of her inventory, where she hovers over honey, eggs, leaves, and pumpkins. The first letter of each word spells the word help. Considering how she's been speaking to us through Morse code with the SOS from earlier, she is, without a doubt, in a really dire situation. Right after that, on day 29, the video ends with a series of flashing backgrounds with censored stuff on it. It appears as though she is being chased by something. Although I can't make out what could possibly be behind those censor bars, it shows that there's definitely something worth looking out for in this series. Moving on to day 30, where the video begins with a series of unusual flashing clips. Did you catch that? On the bottom of this screenshot here, there's a link which takes us into an image. At first, there might not seem like anything there because it's too dark, but if you shift the brightness a little bit higher, you'll see an actual image. There is a player head, which obviously looks like the Steve player head, followed by a series of unusual ratio numbers on top. And on the bottom, there's a text that says forever. The word forever could suggest that whatever entity is haunting this guy right now really wants him to stay a lot. Sound familiar? However, I unfortunately have no idea what this string of ratio numbers could mean. I've tried a lot of things and different kinds of ciphers, and none of them give me a result that actually makes sense. So yeah. So if you have any ideas, please let me know down in the comments below. While this is all pretty interesting, day 31 has the most to unpack out of this entire series. The video begins with him giving food to his dog, but none to himself for some reason. This kind of plays into the way he's been avoiding food for so long throughout his videos. But this time it's more obvious. It also appears as though she's afraid of her dog for some reason, giving it offerings and acting really afraid in front of it. He then goes outside and kind of zones out for a bit, as if checking for something that's watching him or out of pure fear, because you can really see how his mouth is shaking around like he's terrified of something. When the screen shakes, a crafting table mysteriously appears. There's definitely something there that could have placed that block. A while later at night, he just stares outside again as if checking for something that's watching him. I may be blind because I kinda didn't see anything there. Unless you count whatever that is. I have no idea what that is. Before going to sleep, this weird code flashes on his screen for a second, but I've tried a bunch of Caesar ciphers and other kinds of decoding stuff, but none of them work, so whoever knows what this is, someone please tell me, thanks. The next day, from when he wakes up, a series of mysterious numbers keep popping up and flashing across the screen. There's quite a bit of them, so let me go through what each of them means. I know you. Even if you're hurt, even if you've changed, even if you're not I still know you. I honestly think this is kind of sweet, even though it comes off as a bit scary. It's kind of clear that this entity or whatever it is really cares for this player and really wants them back for some reason. Although that raises the question, who is the? And what is this player supposed to be in the first place? Moving on. While checking the comment sections of the videos, I came across this one in particular made by Naramun06, and there's a lot of really good observations in here, and although I won't be reading it out, I really urge you to go through the entire thing, because it contains a lot of really helpful and interesting information. Huge props to this person, by the way. You have a really sharp eye. Unfortunately, this is where the series ends for now. Considering that I'm probably gonna be really busy from now on, I unfortunately am not sure whether I can continue research on this. There's probably a lot of details that I've missed out on, which is why I pass on this research to you, the viewer. Yes, you. Who knows what kind of secrets we're gonna uncover in the next videos. So yeah, thank you all for sticking around. It's not exactly the kind of content I usually make, but I hope you like it as much as I do. See you in the next one, and God bless!